Hello everyone, welcome to my garden. It is summer, believe it or not. It's actually the 1st of August 2023. The children are off school for their summer holidays and all the campsites are fully booked. So that leaves me with just one place left to go. Yeah, here. So in this video, we're going to be taking a first look at the Quechua MH100 3-person tent and comparing it against its smaller sister, the Quechua MH100 2-person tent. Now, before we head any further, I must express to you this. I purchased this tent with my own money. I'm not paid or sponsored by anybody to promote or to give opinions on this tent. In fact, nobody knows the fact that I'm making this video. It's just me all by myself. That said, this is a first impressions video. It's not a full-on review. So if that's what you're expecting, sadly, you are going to be disappointed. And that is because I can't give you a review after just setting up the tent one time. I can't get a feel of it in all weather conditions and over several nights, and no, that's just not right. So this is just a first impression straight out of the box or bag, if you like. There we go. I just thought I'd clear all that up for you. Okay, this video is a first impressions of the MH100 3-person tent. However, I also have the MH100 2-person tent. So for this, I'm going to demonstrate the pack sizes. So this is the MH100 2-person tent. I'll put all the sizes and weights on screen now for you. And this is the MH100 3-person tent. Now, there's not much in size difference, but I can tell you that this MH100 in the 3-person tent is a little bit heavier. In fact, this arm wants to go down now. But just for you lovely people, I'm just gonna keep it there for a little bit longer. Yeah, that's enough. This is the MH100 2-person tent, which incidentally, I have done a first impressions video on this particular tent as well, which I'll put a link at the end of this video and in the description box below. But this video is all about the 3-person, the larger brother to this one, which I'm gonna set up right now. So the pack size of the 3-person MH100, I'm going to give you the sizes whilst I'm here. So if you're laying down from head to toe, the tent measures 210 centimeters long, 195 centimeters wide, and is 120 centimeters high. It weighs in at 3.4 kilos or 7 pounds and 8 ounces and comes with a 3-year warranty or guarantee. I just know that when I open this, it's never going to look quite the same as when I pack it ever again. So I'm just going to admire it for all its beauty and its pack size. Yeah. I just know I'm never going to get it packed like that ever again. Never mind. It's time to get it unpacked. I must say there is a strong feel of rain in the air. We've got mixed forecasts today. Now this should be pretty much identical to the 2-person version. Again, you've got 2 fiberglass poles there. And then we open it up. We've got a separate inner part of the tent and outer. So this is the inner part. Right, let's get it all pitched up. Right, just laying out the inner part of the tent first. It's going to be identical to the 2-person by looking at it, but it's quite a lot wider, obviously being a 3-person tent. So next we need the 2 fiberglass poles, which are held together by an elastic band. Put that down there. Oh, just starting to spread a rain. I can't believe it's the middle of summer. So I've got the 2 poles already pre-laid out. I'm not going to put them in yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peg out the 4 corners. The tent does come with some pegs anyway, so that's what I'm going to do first. The next thing we need to do is take the 2 fiberglass poles and place them into the little corner pocket at each of the 4 corners. Now we've got the 2 poles into the 4 pockets in the corners. What we need to do is we've got these hooks. It is starting to rain now, so I'm trying to speed things up a little bit. And then we work our way up. Already I can see the height difference between this and the 2-person version already. Just a case of working your way up to the top and then hooking the central one onto the pole that overlaps the other one. There we go. And as you can see already, the difference between the 2-person and the 3-person is quite substantial, the height and the width. Well, as of right now, this tent is not waterproof, so we need to put over the waterproof fly sheet over the top. And there's a couple of things we need to do on this. We need to work out which way it goes. Right, where's the door? That's usually a good indication of which way it goes. There it is. Then we can pull the rest of it over. Nice and gently. Now the fly sheet is only just thrown over the top, but what we've got is these little ties to tie on to each of the poles at the 4 corners. This should give us a better fit. So on 4 of the corners, you've got 4 turquoise little eyelets, and on the outer tent, you've got 4 turquoise little hooks. They just hook in to place on each of the 4 corners. We've got another one here. Just hook it into place. Then it's just a case of anchoring down at other key points. You've got one here just to give you a little bit of a vestibule at the front where the door is. And then at the side, just anchor that down. And one at the rear. Well, that's the tent all set up. All the pegs are in place and I'm happy with the pitch. Now, this is a freestanding tent. So if I wanted to, I could take all those pegs out, pick it up, turn around, pitch it down, pegs all in again. Great, job's a good one. Now, this tent is all set up. I like the orientation that it's in. Brilliant. If a gust of wind comes through the neighbourhood right now, it's not going to do a Mary Poppins and go into the neighbour's garden. No. But there is one glaring omission which I've left out, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the guide ropes. I've left these out. These are the budget side of this tent, I feel. There is no adjustment slider. So you may have seen it where you've got like a little plastic toggle on your guide ropes, which goes up and down, and you can shorten or lengthen your guide rope to your desired length, depending on the area that you're pitching. But with these, they are literally just a piece of string with a loop at one end and literally nothing at the other end. You tie this bit with a nothing at the end to your tent, and then the loop goes through where you peg in. And that's it. That's it. As I say, this is a budget-friendly tent, and if this is an issue for you, then you can buy guide ropes separately with the adjustment sliders already in place. But for me, it's no biggie. I've already got these attached on the 2-person version already, so, you know, it's not a big issue. But there we go. Now we need to have a look inside the tent. I'm rather looking forward to this. Actually, it is quite a bit bigger. Oh, wow, there's plenty of room in here. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We've got a light hook at the top, and we've got ventilation And we've got pockets as well. We've got 3 pockets. That's brilliant. Plenty of space in here. Brilliant. Plenty of room. Yeah, I like this. Got a lot of room, a lot of space. Hello, Bella. Hello, darling. That's another tent for you to look in. That's my little girl, Bella. Wow, I really like this. Hello, darling. You found in your paws. Bella. There's another tent next door. Hello, sweetheart. Tail's wagging. Bless her heart. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I wonder if we could lay, maybe not quite as much, but... Wow, that's brilliant. I love the size of this. What you got? And as you can see, my feet, I've still got a little bit of room at the other end. The vestibule isn't much to write home about. I'll just put my hand there as sort of a reference point. I think Bella wants to come in. So there we go, there's Bella. There we go, darling. Hello, sweetheart. She'll probably want to go out now. Go on, out you pop. Come on, out you pop. Good girl. So yeah, it's not a huge space, but it's enough for a few pairs of boots or shoes. You don't want to get muddy shoes into the tent, the inner part of the tent. Right, I thought I'd now run through this product's benefits and technical information. Now, I must reiterate, I do not work for Decathlon. This video is not sponsored by Decathlon or Quechua in any way. And all this technical information I'm about to give you right now is available on Decathlon's website when you search for the MH100 3-person tent. So if you want to see it for yourself, it's all there for you. All the details I'm going to be telling you about now is everything that I've printed off from their website. Right, so product benefits. This is an easy assembly dismantling tent. It is a freestanding structure. By that I mean, once you put the poles in and haven't put the pegs in, if you're not quite happy with the orientation, you can move it about. Put the pegs in, still not happy with the orientation, take the pegs out, change it around. Oh, I like it in that direction. Put the pegs in, job done. It is a freestanding structure and it is a simple pole installation. There are 2 fiberglass poles which cross over in the center to create the structure. Easy transportation, dimensions of the cover, by that they mean the pack size that you would be having when you travel to and from your campsite is going to be 59 centimeters by 17 centimeters by 17 centimeters with an overall weight of 3.4 kilograms. Darkness is UPF 30 fabric, lets in daylight and filters out some UV rays. Waterproof. Waterproofing fly sheet, this part here, 2,000 millimeters. Ground sheet, 2,400 millimeter rating. Capacity is 195 centimeters by 210 centimeters. That roughly equates to 3 times 65 centimeters across for each person. So roughly 65 centimeters for one person, 2 person, and then the 3rd person. Max usual height is 120 centimeters in the center. Heat reduction, fly sheet and ventilation at the back. There is 1 vent at the rear of the tent. It's not equipped with the fresh and black technology. There is a version of this tent which you will ultimately pay a little bit more for, with the blackout bedroom and the white exterior to reflect the heat of the day. But this tent does not come with those features. Wind resistance, withstands 40 km/h winds, force 5, validated in a wind tunnels on a rotating plate. Now, what this tent actually comes with, it's 1 bedroom, 1 waterproof fly sheet, which is this grey surface you can see here, 2 fiberglass poles, 12 tent pegs, 4 guide ropes, and 1 bag to carry everything in. Now, this is what Decathlon say. So pitching and striking the tent. This tent has a classic dome structure. All you have to do is fit the tent poles with the bedroom and then fit the fly sheet on top. To strike the tent, the process is the same but in reverse. If it is windy, it is advisable to attach the guide ropes that are provided in the tent bag. Mattress compatibility. Recommended tent with a self-inflating mattress or trekking mattress up to 65 centimeters wide. We do not recommend using inflatable mattresses that are more than 8 centimeters thick in this tent. Indeed, this greatly reduces the volume inside the tent and increases the condensation inside. So there we go. That's your technical specification. Again, all those details you can read on Decathlon's website for yourself. So to conclude, my first impressions of the Quechua MH100 3-person tent. I really like it. I really do. And I know there's some of you out there that are screaming at your phone, your tablet, your computer and saying, but Paul, you're a seasoned camper. These are budget tents. Yeah, probably, maybe so. But in the end of the day, I appreciate the fact that when I first went camping, it was a cheap and cheerful £50 tent that got me going camping for the very first time, and I fell in love with it. I remember it to this day. I remember what tent I used. And if a tent at these price points gets more people to experience the experiences like what I have had, then that's got to be a good thing, you know? I've been to some amazing places because of camping. I've been to Keswick in the Lake District. I've been to Northumberland. I've been to Scotland, I've been to Somerset, Cornwall, you know, all these wonderful places because I decided to go camping at them. And yeah, if tents at this price point get more people into the world of camping, then I'm all for it. Good on them, I say, you know. And I wouldn't feel ashamed or at disadvantage for having a tent like either one of these at a campsite. I would use them and I will use them. I like both of them. I probably prefer the 3-person as opposed to the 2-person. That's purely down to the fact that I'm getting a bit advanced in years and kind of wake up with different ailments every time I wake up. But, you know, that's getting old, I suppose. And I like the height, I like the width. Yeah, I would still use the 2-person, but my preference would be the 3. It would. I like it. I'm very impressed with it. Now, of course, yeah, you're not going to have the latest and greatest materials. These tents are quite heavy for their size, I would say. And if you're going to be going wild camping, and for those of you who are unsure about what wild camping is, it's basically where you put all your kit, your tent, your sleeping bag, your bedding, your food and all that in a backpack, walk for several miles, find in the middle of nowhere, nobody about, and pitch your tent. Obviously, being a bit respectful of where you are, but that's wild camping, in essence, and leaving no trace. Must remember that. But if you're going to be taking a tent like at 3.5 kilos, 3.4 kilos, I might add, that's quite a bit of weight. So I would recommend these more for campsite camping as opposed to wild camping because, yeah, they are a little bit on the heavier side considering their size. But that said, I think they're great for campsite camping. Now, this is what I do recommend. The 2-person tent, I would say, is a 2-person tent. You can get 2 people in there side by side. I mean, you're going to be a little bit snug and you're going to want to know that person really, really, really well, but you will get 2 people in there. Now, if you're going to be going away for 1 or 2 nights, fantastic, brilliant. But if you're going to be going a little bit more for that, like 3, 4, 5 nights, you've got to think about where you're going to put your food, your clothes for that duration of stay. Where are you going to put them? Because this vestibule, it's not exactly huge. You probably get a pair of boots in there and that's about your lot. So I would recommend this tent. If you're going to be going away for 1 or 2 nights, great for 2 people, brilliant. Now, you could want to put all your food and your belongings and that in your car, which could probably just be next door. And if you're happy with that, brilliant, got no problem. Personally for me, personal preference, I like to have everything like food, clothes and that in my tent with me. But that's just a personal thing. As I say, for 1 or 2 nights, I think 2 people in there, absolutely fine. Anything longer than that, then maybe you're going to want a slightly bigger one. Hello, Bella. Hello, darling. And that's where the 3-person comes in, because this is a great 3-person tent. Again, vestibule, not exactly a lot to write home about, but I think that you could fit 3 people in there no problem. Again, 1 or 2 nights, great. But if you're going to be going for longer, again, where are you going to put your food, your clothes, your provisions? If you want to put them in the car, great, again, good luck to you. But personally for me, I would rather say the fact that because of the lack of storage space, then yes, you will get 3 people in there, but anything over a couple of nights, then maybe you're just going to be better suited to 2 people in there. It's just something to bear in mind when you go away. And you don't want to get to a campsite and go, oh, God, it was good, but, you know, every time I wanted something to eat, I'd keep going to the car. You know, think ahead. Think about the space inside. The measurements of the bedroom are 210 by 195 centimetres. So just map it out with like 4 tennis balls on your lawn and lay down and see what size for yourself. Little thing, I've done it before. So there we go. I really like both of these. I would use these and I will use these, and there will be a full and comprehensive video review of both the 2-person and the 3-person one. This is, as I said at the beginning of this video, this is a first impressions, but I like them, I really do. And yes, they're not perfect, but they are budget friendly. And for anyone who's new to camping, they're a great way to get into camping. And even if you're like me, it comes as a great spare, you know. Tents don't always last forever, and we have to keep reproofing them so they're resistant to the elements. So there we go. I want to thank you very much for watching, if you've watched this far. And if you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking, leaving a comment, sharing this video with people who may be interested in camping, and subscribing to the channel, clicking on that bell icon to be notified of all future video releases. From Bella and myself, who's now gone back in the house, I want to thank you very much. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. If you're out camping, have an absolutely wonderful trip. Take care. See you soon. What are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are you? Come on, let's go. Should we go in this one? Let's go in this one. What you doing? What you doing? Where are you? There you are. Go on then. Bella, in the tent. In the tent. She bought me a favourite toy. What you got? What you got? What Bella got? Yeah. What Bella got?